Welcome back, guys, to another episode, Invest in Your Future. Glad you guys could join me. Another beautiful Thursday. And we are going to obviously give you a great show also. I always want to give the best content I could possibly give because I watch other people give out videos and funny stuff, and it's always entertaining. But I hope sometimes you take some time to, you know, get some educational stuff in there also. Let me get the podcast here. Welcome back to another episode, Invest in Your Future. I'm your host, Kenny, Coach Kenny, CEO of Kirunda Group Corporation. I want to thank you guys and gals for joining me on another episode on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on Instagram, everywhere you're taking in this content. I appreciate you guys on the podcast. If you listen to this in your car, while you work out, which I highly suggest. Um, Thank you for joining me, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. Please, whatever platform you're listening to this to, whether it's a podcast on iTunes or Spotify or wherever, or on YouTube or on Instagram, wherever, just please subscribe, please like, please comment, please ask questions. We always want to interact with our audience, and I always appreciate hearing from you guys because it's nice to hear feedback, either it's good or bad. I want to hear both. So please reach out to us on whichever platform you're listening to this to. And we always are happy to reach out and give information. So please reach out to us. And I know a lot of guys out there are on YouTube or on whatever watching funny stuff. But I hope you take some time during the day and you put some educational stuff in there along with entertainment. But it's also good to get some entertainment, but then also it's good to get educational stuff so you improve. And that's what we created this for. Invest in Your Future podcast and YouTube and everything that we do was created to help people instead of just going for the entertainment. There's avenues they could take that could help them improve. Hence the concept Invest in Your Future. And hence I had the seminar. We had the seminar a month ago, and now we have the official DVD. The official replay of the seminar is going to be on the home website of Kirunda Group. I'll add the link to wherever you're listening to this to, so you can see directly buy it from the website. And we're also going to have a replay online, so I'll have a link to that also coming up soon. That will have people overseas. If I can't get you the physical DVD, I'll get you a link that you can watch it online. It'll still be the same amount of money, $15. It's the replay of the seminar, Invest in Your Future. It's 2.5 hours. It's 2.5 hour, program that I put together in the seminar, and it just helps people increase their credit, helps them handle their finances, helps them learn about asset, building and how to get it together. So if you missed the seminar, please find us on that link and buy a DVD. It's going to be $15, the best $15 you ever spent. Now, today's episode is really about what is your net worth. I can name episodes anything I want because it is my show, but I always want to ask a question. I always feel like that's more intuitive for the audience. So today's episode on Investing in Your Future is, what is your net worth? Now, some people don't even know what net worth is. Some people know what net worth is, but they don't know what their net worth is. Some people know what net worth is, and they know what their net worth is. They know to the penny. Some people just guessing. Some people know exactly. I am one of those people that I know my number every single day. This is what I suggest for yourself. What is your net worth? You should be able to answer that instantly. This is very important, especially when it comes to financial IQ. Answer this question every day should be a factor in your life. If you want massive wealth, if you have to understand, net worth is the number that the wealthy track. If you understand this, then you will become wealthy. It's that simple. The wealthy people, they track net worth. They barely track anything else except their net worth. If you personally have no idea what your net worth is, then guess what? You have no chance of becoming wealthy. You have no chance, because when do you know you are wealthy? This is the financial model I want you guys to follow. The net worth model. Net worth. Net worth model. It's vital and crucial, especially for those who are trying to become, successful in terms of anything, in terms of, especially when it comes to money though, your net worth. Your business, it also has a net worth. But your personal finances have a net worth. If you don't know what net worth is, let me just break it down for you so you understand what net worth is, so we can kind of all be on the same page. Because you don't want to guess these terms. You don't want to guess what net worth is. What net worth is your assets minus your liabilities equals your net worth. So now you have to have those terms correct also. But understand, right now, the average net worth of a millennial, anyone born after 1984, excuse me, it's around $8,000. That's the average net worth right now. The average for a baby boomer, someone who lived back in the boom times, the average net worth is $150,000 plus. Understand that the people who lived 30 to 40, 50 years ago have a higher net worth than the person who's living in one of the best times in the world to live. The average net worth is $8,000. Yet people back in the day who did not have computers, barely had any cell phones. Actually, I don't think they had cell phones, internet, Wi-Fi, Starbucks, all these new things, eBay, Amazon, all these things are worth more than the people who are living in this generation right now. Now, how's that possible? First of all, you need to understand the baby boomers understand net worth. They understand what net worth is. They understand how to increase their net worth. And we're going to talk about that. If you don't know how to increase it, we're going to help you increase your net worth. But baby boomers understand net worth. Millennials barely understand net worth. I did not understand net worth. When I finished school and I graduated college, I did not know what net worth is or what it was. I had no idea, had no clue, until a mentor of mine said, Kenny, what is your net worth? I said, well, what is that? What is that? Exactly. I had to figure out what net worth is. And when I did do my math on my net worth, which is just assets minus your liabilities, I found out that I had a negative net worth, meaning I was poor, I was broke. Once I found out what net worth is and I did the math on my personal net worth, I was poor, I was broke. I didn't have a net worth. I was in the negative. A majority of people, I'd say about 50%, maybe 60, 70% of the people on the call, on this, viewing these videos from Facebook to Instagram to YouTube, wherever you are on the podcast, I'd say 60, 79% of those people have a negative net worth. And that's scary. That's just the average. Out of 100 people, 3 people are wealthy. 3 out of 100. Everywhere you live, anywhere you move to, 3 out of 100 are wealthy. I bet those 3 people understand what net worth is, understand how to increase their net worth, understand how to track their net worth. That's the financial model that they're following. The other 97 people don't know what net worth is, don't know how to fix it, don't know how to increase it, don't know how to adjust it. They might not even know what the word means. So understand, once you understand what net worth means, now you can work on it. But you understand that net worth is how the wealthy track their money, track their wealth. Everyone you hear, oh, Jeff Bezos, 67 net worth, a net worth of, Warren Buffett, a net worth of 56 billion. These person, it's not about how much they make per hour. People are lost in terms of what they should really be thinking about. You should be thinking about your net worth. Now, understand this. Once you understand what net worth is, you need to understand what assets you have, because you have to track right now. So for myself, I had to track My net worth. So how do you track your net worth? The first thing is you have to understand what your assets are. First of all, understand what assets are. So it could be your stocks, could be bonds, could be mutual funds, could be your 401k, could be, your rentals, your apartment houses, could be your cash in the account, your checking accounts, your savings accounts, your CDs, your money markets. Those are all your assets. So you take all those assets you have currently. Don't think about the future. Think about what you have right now. And then you take and you minus your liabilities. Now, what are your liabilities? Simple. Your liabilities are your mortgages, your loans in terms of, car loans, student loans, your personal debt loans. If you owe somebody money, that's a liability. Your credit cards. These are all liabilities. So you guys take your assets, so your cash, your houses, everything that you have, minus your liabilities, which is your mortgages, your credit cards, your debt, your taxes, your liens, your insurance, all those other things, they equal a net worth. Now, like I said, when I first started learning about everything I'm teaching you guys, I had a negative net worth. Actually, I think I was negative $45,000. That was my net worth. I was negative $45,000, closer to 50. So if I did not track that, I would never know that. I'd be consistently having negative net worth because I would not work, because I did not know the number. I did not track it until a mentor of mine said, listen, get your assets right, write them down, minus your liabilities, which I'm telling you guys, this is what you need to do. Take your assets, track them. Just take a piece of paper, blank piece of paper, write down all your assets, every single one, minus all your liabilities, your bills pretty much. And that's going to equal your net worth. And once you find out what your net worth is, you could actually now do something about it. Because that's the same thing myself. Once I found out that I was negative 45,000 in terms of net worth, personal net worth, this is before I had a business, before I had anything else. Personally, I was negative $45,000. You have to find out what number it is for you. What's your net worth? What are you, positive or are you negative? Find out, track it, take your assets, minus your liabilities, and that's your T equal your net worth. Now, your net worth could be negative or positive. If it's positive, you're doing great, but now we're going to increase it. If you're negative, it's okay. I've been there. That's why I coach people now, because I've been where you are. If you are negative net worth, that means you need to be diligent in terms of your finances, because you're already in a hole. You're already in a hole. So now you need to find a way to dig yourself out of it. Now, once you have your assets lined up, minus your liabilities, you already did the first step, which is track, which you're going to track both sides. That's what I did. I tracked both sides. There's a famous quote by a famous management consultant. His name is Peter Drucker. He says, what gets measured gets managed. So what gets measured, meaning your assets and your liabilities, gets managed, meaning you can handle something, you can do something about it. And once you do something about it, the first thing we want to do is, we want to set some goals. Okay, so my goal was just to get out of the $45,000 net worth. That was my first goal. So what that included, me paying down a lot of my debts or restructuring my debts, meaning your liabilities. First thing is, yes, you have assets, but now look first at your liabilities. See which ones you can cut first, which ones you can reduce, which ones you can maneuver, and some things you don't need. The reason people right now have negative net worths, a lot of them, is because they have things they don't need. Subscriptions to Amazon, subscriptions to Hulu, YouTube. They have things that could be free. They have subscriptions for. They have a car they can't afford. They have a house they can't afford. They have things that are eating up all the income they have. And that's what's caused them to have a negative net worth. That's what I was doing for myself. I had a nice car. I had a nice apartment, and these things were just slowly taken away from my net worth, until I finally sat down and tracked my net worth. I realized, okay, these are things I can adjust. And as soon as I adjusted those things, my net worth started almost going positive almost instantly, because now as I was managing my liabilities, I was managing my loans and my debts, my school debts. I had a hospital bill that I had to maneuver. I had some credit card debts that were in collections. I had to maneuver those and to get those off my credit. So I had to do these certain things to increase my net worth. I suggest the same thing for you guys. For all the people that are listening to me, focus on your liabilities, reduce those, adjust them, maneuver them, pay them off, reduce the rate, do something that you can, and it will automatically start increasing your net worth just by doing those things. Now, once you track your liabilities, now you can go up to your assets. It's simple to increase your net worth. It's increase your assets, reduce your liabilities. It's that simple. But now, since we're going to be increasing our assets, what do we do to increase our assets? We could do a lot of things. We could do a ton of things, hundreds and thousands of things we can increase our assets. The first thing I suggest is go on my website and get this DVD. Get this DVD on how to increase your 0 to millions in assets, the seminar I did about a month ago. This DVD is about 2.5 hours of content on ways to increase your assets, ways to increase your knowledge on assets, how to create assets. This DVD, first thing I suggest, is $15. It's pretty much, if you buy this, it'll be an asset. It'll be in the asset column, because you just keep watching it over and over again. And also there'll be a replay. I'll be putting a link also straight for people who can't get the DVD, let's say overseas. It'll be a replay online. It'll be the same amount, $15. But this is going to be the best $15 you're going to spend, because it's going to teach you on how to increase your assets, how to get assets, how to buy assets, how to partner up with people and get assets. Slowly, small assets, big assets, medium assets. It increases all those areas. So buy that DVD. That's the first thing I suggest. It's $15. Second thing is, an asset doesn't have to be specifically yours. It could be somebody else's, and you can buy into it. Understand that. So understand these simple concepts can really increase your assets. In your 20s, if you're in your 20s right now, you really don't want to focus more on net worth. You want to focus on increasing your income. Increase your income. Your net worth should come with time. But in your 20s, you shouldn't really focus on net worth. You should be focused on increasing as much income as you can, because you have the energy. When you start nearing the end of your 20s, that's when you start buying assets and start really putting into some serious money that can turn for you and work for you. But first, you have to have the money. That's the first thing. So in your early 20s, focus on increasing your income, focus on getting that base of cash behind you. And then now when you get into your 30s, what you want your net worth to be, these are the numbers that are out there and measured in terms of where people are comfortable and should be in terms of their ages. So in your 20s, anywhere from 20 to 100,000 cash will be ideal. That would be ideal. If you have under that, get yourself to that level. In your 20s, you should have at least $20 to $100,000 cash saved up. Now in your 30s, you should be making a lot more money, because you should be more skilled. In your 20s, it's all about building skills and making as much money as possible. In your 30s, you should have that income that's already high. Now your net worth should be 100,000 plus. Your net worth should be 100,000 plus. That's how your net worth should be. That's how you can track yourself to see where you are and see if you're on the right path. In my 20s, I was broke and I was poor. And near mid 20s, that's when I started learning about all this stuff, and my income, everything increased, my net worth increased, everything. So in your 30s, have at least $100,000 in terms of net worth. Plus is always better. Nothing less. Now, when you get into your 40s, to your 40 ages, your net worth should be about 3 times your income. So if you're making, let's say you're making $100,000 a year in your 40s, you should have at least anywhere from $300,000 to $400,000 in net worth. You should have that. If you don't have that, that means you're on the wrong path. If you have a negative, that means you're in that hole that you need to dig yourself out as quickly as possible. So in your 40s, you should have at least $1,000 net worth. And now if you get into your 50s, if you're in your 50s, it's the same thing, except now you should have at least 4 times your net worth. So if you're in your 50s and you're making, let's say, and you should be making more money every single year. So in your 50s, you should be making at least minimum $150,000 a year. And in net worth, you should have at least $600,000 in net worth plus. You should be smart enough. You should have handled your finances enough to be having at least 600,000 to a million plus in terms of net worth. It's that simple. That's the formula you need to follow. The net worth formula. Understand that the wealthy follow the net worth formula. If you follow this method, you will, I guarantee it, you'll have a great chance of massive wealth because you're actually tracking it. That's the number one thing. Understand what net worth is and doing something about it by increasing your assets, by first of all getting that DVD, reducing your liabilities, and increasing the number over year, over year, over year. That's the goal. That's my goal for you. That's the goal for myself. And I hope that you took something from this podcast this time, because it's very important for people to take some knowledge and implement it though. And if you implement it and you see it working for you, please comment, please subscribe, please like, please share it with somebody. That's what we care about, letting this knowledge be known for people. If you have negative net worth, it's not something you want to sit home and cry about. You want to do something about it. Grab that DVD, grab a mentor, grab somebody here, grab a book, do something. Increase that number. Now we have a greater chance of success. So guys, until next time, hope you enjoyed the episode. Reach out to us, info@kirundagroup.com. That's info@kirundagroup.com, or reach out to us by phone by 781-244-0009. Please like, please comment, please subscribe, please share. We love comments, we love questions. If you have ideas, send them to us also. Until next time, guys, I'll see you at the top.